Welcome back. You're watching DD India News Now. Lepakshi Quran, and moving on, Russia continues to evacuate people from its regions that border Ukraine. On Monday, evacuation was announced in areas of Belgorod region, and in Kursk, over 120,000 have already been displaced. Russian President Vladimir Putin said the goal of Ukraine's attacks in Kursk was to stop Russia's advances in Donbass and to sow discord among Russians. DD India's Dashashani Shiva has more from Moscow on this.
Moscow is sending additional forces and means to build up a group of troops fighting the Ukrainian incursion in its border region of Kursk. On Monday, Kursk region acting governor admitted Ukraine has control over 28 settlements in his region. Speaking at the meeting with Russian President, Alexei Smirnov added that the incursion is about 12 kilometers deep and 40 kilometers wide. He said that more than 120,000 people have been displaced and the evacuation were ongoing. On Monday, neighboring Belgorod region also ordered evacuations of the civilians from one of its border areas, and President Vladimir Putin promised a, quote, worthy response to the Ukrainian incursion, which he says is aimed at destabilizing Russia. Putin said Ukraine was also trying to improve its negotiating positions ahead of possible ceasefire talks.
It is becoming obvious and clear now why the Kiev regime had refused our proposals to return to a peaceful settlement plan, as well as the proposals of interested and neutral mediators. It appears that the enemy, with the help of its Western masters, is fulfilling their will, and the West is fighting us with the hands of the Ukrainians. So it looks like the enemy seeks to improve its negotiating positions in the future.
But he noted that during the Kursk incursion, Russian troops were moving forward along the front. He also warned that Ukraine would seek to further destabilize border regions. Putin said that the main task now is to knock out the enemy. Dasha Cherneshova reporting in Moscow for DD India.
Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said the war was not now coming back to Russia. He said Ukraine's cross-border assault was a matter of security for Ukraine and that Kyiv had captured areas from where Russia launched strikes.
It is entirely justified to destroy Russian terrorists wherever they are, wherever they launch their attacks from. Russian military airfields, Russian logistics. We can see the benefits this can bring in bringing peace closer. Russia needs to be forced into peace, especially if Putin is so set on fighting.